Asians and their hesitancy to seek mental health help is the focus of our PowerPoint. There's a stigma that is a crucial barrier to Koreans seeking mental health treatment. But let's try to understand those cultural beliefs. The group I'm concentrating on is Koreans specifically, and they believe that mental illness can be brought on as a punishment by the gods for doing something wrong or lacking respect. Koreans also believe mental illness and its symptoms can be brought on by witchcraft or sorcery. Koreans also ascribe to what they call saving face. If you lose someone's respect, and say you gamble and they find out about it and you lose respect with them, that's what they call losing face, and that's very negative in Korean culture. Admitting that you need mental health help is looked at as a dishonor to the family name. Koreans also tend to believe that illness is a disruption in the balance of the yin and yang, and trying to restore balance will restore a person to mental health. Koreans also love social harmony and respect their authority figures. The lack of respect for the the authority figures, they believe that could be the source of illness. But Asians have the highest incidence of stomach and liver cancer of any other group. Conversely, Asians have the lowest incidence of testing of any group. It's needless to say, if there more people went to be tested and caught it earlier, I think they'd have a lot better outcomes. We as professionals need to really work on that. 95% of South Koreans report being stressed, with staggering rates of depression among the elderly. Every day, nearly 40 Koreans commit suicide, and suicide is the leading cause of death for young Koreans aged 20 to 24. Koreans ascribe to and take very seriously the concept of communitarianism, which is a strong connection between the individual and the community. The community is a facet of that is seen as the most important. But we as professionals should keep the focus on detection and prevention with the individual. Arranging a research project, maybe, experience an internship with the Korean community may open doors after a researcher has immersed themselves in the Korean culture for a certain amount of time. When you work with someone, you get to trust them after a while, and you get to respect them. That would further American and Korean interactions. That's the word I was looking for. Dealing with personal bias with this culture may be an issue for me. I was raised in the era of the Vietnam War, and I remember seeing the burning monks that would sit so stoically while they were on fire. I just couldn't believe anybody could make themselves sit still while they're on fire. It's an amazing amount of control. But those are the images I grew up seeing. So I do have a little personal bias in this case, but I think if I admit it and if I make sure that my decisions aren't influenced by it, I think I'll be fine. And my clients will be fine also. I believe that making healthcare anonymous, maybe, like telemedicine visits, would perhaps lessen the stigma of going to somebody's office for therapy. Now, Koreans may blame witchcraft, the evil eye, for their misfortune when it pertains to mental illness, and we simply cannot just set those ideas aside. Perhaps owning a talisman, or decorating the office with good luck charms, or things like bamboo, are considered lucky by the Asian population we're trying to reach. Certainly never write their name in red ink. That is a sign you wish that person death. So, that's a very important thing to know when you're making out your business cards even. Korean cancer rates and suicide rates demand attention. The numbers are so high, and finding a way into the Asian culture would be of great benefit to the Asian population. Working with people will eventually win their trust, like internships, I explained that before, should be taken advantage of. Koreans have a strong sense of communitarianism. Maybe one day they will turn their views around where the individual is most important instead of like it is now, where the masses are more important than the individual.